Round of 16, Group B. Maru, Solar, sOs, Dream. 2021 GSL Season 3, Codex. Africa TV, Africa Studio Live. 2021 GSL Season 3.
Welcome back, everybody. sOs versus Dream is coming up. Maru versus Solar turned out to be a lot more interesting than I think a lot of us expected. Maru did come out victorious, but he really had to fight for it. Especially that game one was very cool.
Yeah, that was a really fun series. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and you know, I think that there's still shots for Solar in this group. It's a tough one, but we'll see what he can do. Coming up next, we're going to have a Dream against sOs. And, well, like, Dream has been doing very well, as you can see, right? Super Tournament round of 4, GSL round of 4, Super Tournament number 2 round of 8, round of 16. You know, he's had a pretty decent year. He's in good shape. He's looking strong. But, and also I want to say that I think Terran versus Protoss he's very good at. I really like his Terran versus Protoss. I think he's very solid at the matchup. I like his style. It's very biocentric. It's very aggressive. Lots of micro in it. But his opponent, sOs, is like, when he's on, he's like not the guy you want to face. And I think he's in great shape right now. And I mean, his PVT never looks weak. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, his PVZ sometimes looks weak, but never his PVT.
sOs really is a genius. He's had some of the most insane moments in StarCraft 1 or 2 history. I mean, this guy really is like,
look at that smile.
Hardwired. He's thinking about something he's going to do in the game, no doubt. He just figured out some unique situation, 1 in a million in a game, and he's like, oh, no, that's how you solve that.
Yeah. He's like, there's been over 1 million games of StarCraft 2. It's time for this one to work.
But, you know, sOs the last couple of years really hasn't delivered. This is the 2-time world champion, the player that, was it last year he did the Nexus inside the main?
Yeah, against Bunny.
Year, right? Yeah.
Like beginning of last year, I think it was.
First season. I think it was first game, actually, of the season. Anyways, sOs versus Dream,
GSL
game 1 in Group B.
3.
Let's go.
Codex. Team Envy, sOs. Good Game Gaming, Dream.
Do we have this plastic sheath in between us? I have to look at your screen. I feel like I'm in prison right now, like trying to watch what's on your monitor because...
Well, we got to give you a telephone to cast into,
yeah,
so you really feel it's like a visitor.
We got to put our hands on the plastic glass between us and touch.
You say something I don't like, I hang up on you, walk away, you're like, no! That was my visitation!
Please bring me cigarettes.
Kind of a close score overall between them. Not too bad.
So sOs gets the scout right away here in the bottom right. This is a 4-player map here, so we do have some different games. We've talked about this before, but you know, sometimes hiding a base somewhere in the north for either side can have great success.
Yeah, it definitely could, and that's something sOs tries enough that I think you probably scout for it no matter what if the game goes long.
Right.
Actually remember his PvP that he had on this map last season where he tried to hide the Nexus like 3 times. I think it was Trap found it every single time.
Yeah, that's right.
He kept canceling and remaking it.
Yeah.
And eventually it was just like, okay, you don't have any units is the problem now.
You've now not had a Nexus 3 times in a row. They've got the gas steal.
Oh, cute. Don't see that very often.
Yeah. This was really something from StarCraft 1 that a lot of people tried to do in StarCraft 2 when it came out, but you have 2 gases. Now limiting half of the income of gas for the Terran is not bad, but I want this usually means you have some very specific follow-up when you do this as the Protoss.
Yeah, he could have a specific follow-up, but I could also see it just being SOS, where he's like, I'll just throw him off his game. Right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe he has a build order where he wants to second gas right now.
He could try to intuit what kind of game to play from there.
Yeah.
It's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, with the double guys or gas steals, don't feel anywhere near as strong.
It does create a dilemma for the player that has to reclaim the gas, because you can have something like this Adept come in here and start to kill stuff off and attack.
Yeah.
And you have to pull the Marines off of attacking the gas, but we're past that point as the gas has been killed. It has not been retaken, we should note.
We'll see when he ends up taking that. Actually, this reminded me of, there was this build back during the beta of StarCraft 2. Remember the map Steps of War that was so small?
Oh, yeah.
So, Hey Pro, remember him?
Yeah, of course.
He came up with this build where I'm 90% sure it was Hey Pro that came up with this. But anyways, it was a Zerg build against Terran where you would send 2 drones out relatively early and steal both of their gases and then banely bust them on that map. It was pretty hilarious. Anyways, don't see it all that often. Do you think it has done well here? Like, I guess, oh my god, okay, I get it. SOS is really different level on the way he thinks about this game, Tasteless. Now look at this. He took the gas, and Dream, like, he knows how to play against that. Like, he goes for like a multiple barracks play, right? He's got 3 Raxes, 1 with Reactor, 2 with Tech Labs, getting Stim and Combat Shields. That's a good move, right? That's good against a gas steal because it's very mineral heavy. Guess what SOS is doing? He's going to do speed disruptor drops against bio.
It's like going for Reavers, basically.
Yeah.
If you force them to go bio, then you try to hard counter that with the explosive damage of disruptors.
That's so smart. Oh, it's actually going to be a Colossus drop.
Oh.
Which actually is fine as well. That
a lot of the
perfectly.
same ideas. The damage from the Colossus, you know.
Yeah. In
it
fact,
does
it's going to shred the
splash.
Marines even better. It's going to be consistent damage.
And
but,
with a War Prism, you could juggle that.
Yeah. Dude, that's like so smart. That is so, like, I can't remember ever seeing this, but the thing is, stuff like this happens all the time in StarCraft 1.
Yeah, this is, when I'm looking at this, I'm thinking StarCraft 1.
Yeah.
This reminds me of, like, every time I take a Terran's gas and then I see them make the second Rax, and I'm like, okay, we're going to hard counter Marine. Yeah, we're gonna go Reavers. We might even make cannons back at home. We're going to hard counter this.
Yeah, and he's getting the speed upgrade, which I think is really good. Even just going like 1 Colossus, I think is okay, but he is going to add a second one. Yeah, I guess why not, right? Like, if your opponent is making this much bio, you may as well. Little stim to try to catch some of these.
Yeah, I think he gets that 1 Adept, yep.
All right, here comes the Colossi.
Yeah, nicely done. The Marines just can't fight that.
No, they really can't.
It's
like,
War of the Worlds here.
If he screws up, maybe you could stim and try to get the Prism, but with speed finishing, it's just not doable.
No. And we don't really see Colossi used that often like this.
No, very rare.
But this is a great way to use it. You can just drop, watch this.
Dude, that is so annoying.
Oh my god, he almost messed that up.
Yeah, he must have gone back to make something.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was weird.
Gotta be careful. But you can even drop down here, see?
Yeah, he is just gonna continually get value out of this.
This is such an SOS move here. It just picks it up the moment that it's in danger. 10 Marines have been killed.
Wow.
That's a lot.
He has lost so little here. Scouting probe, 1 of the Adepts.
Yeah. And I think the follow-up is going to be even stronger here. He can keep harassing like this. There's no real recourse for Terran. Kills off 3 SCVs right in that moment and gets away.
Crazy. Yeah, the Vikings come out, so that might put pretty much an end to this.
Well, the thing is, he can just basically run away from the Vikings, right? I mean, he's got the speed upgrade. Well,
do Vikings need a speed upgrade?
Yeah, they need that speed upgrade for the scout that makes them just go really, really fast. Yeah. But now he's got 3 Colossi here. He's going to have Archons soon. He's going to have Zealots with Charge. I think he might end up just running over Dream. Dream may end up just getting trampled by SOS's army. I mean, those kills he got on the army earlier on. 10 Marines is a lot, man. A lot of times you see a fight that's won by the Terran and there's 10 Marines left over. and cleaned it up.
Yeah.
You know, so
Totally. Totally.
totes.
Yeah, the damage output is intense. Like, he's going for a lot of Colossi here, Tasteless. He's popping out his 4th right now. You have to go for a lot of Vikings in this situation.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
I really like SOS's position here.
Well, I like the way he's played this game overall. I
Yeah.
mean, this is like a one-of-a-kind PBT. The gas steal, we said, you know, is he going to really do anything pronounced with it? Yeah, he goes for that Colossus drop. Now he's got the DTs coming in here.
Look at this. The Prism is here to pick it up once the scan goes down.
He's going to wait. Yeah, that was sick.
Oh, and he has one in the main base during that as well. Oh, my God.
Now this one can't be saved, so he's going to pick that off. And I think we're going to have an attack from the Protoss here, like an actual push pretty soon. Oh, hold on. Is this Viking going to find that? Yeah, he's going to have to run out of here.
Prism going way up there towards the north. The Colossi count is just so high here. He's getting Blink and Blink DT at the same time.
And I don't know how many Vikings are here. Okay, I only see 2, actually. You know, it's always this problem for Terran where it's like, well, if you're making Vikings, you're not making medevacs.
That's true.
But there's so many. I think there's actually more Colossi than there are Vikings now.
There
which
are.
means that the Colossi are going to have served their purpose long before the Vikings can kill them all off.
He is going to absolutely destroy the army of Dream if they actually have a fight. And he's put all of his money really into his tech so far. He doesn't actually have a very big gateway army, but as soon as he gets his gateways done and starts warping in units, this army is not going to be beatable. You actually, the fact that Dream does not have 2 starports pumping out Vikings right now, like that's the only thing I can think of that would actually help him in this situation, because this count is insane. There are so many Colossi out right now.
Oh, he's still getting chased. He picks it up and gets out again.
Having a hard time dropping that one off. Some misclicks there from SOS. Loses his Prism finally.
Yeah, again, really burning through these Terran scans. And so that is 5 Colossi.
Now a Disruptor being added in as well. There's Ghosts being made, which is normally a very nice add, but in this situation,
I don't think it helps.
Yeah, it's not going to do that much. There's only 4 Vikings. Oh, man. 2-1 is going to be finishing up. Oh, 10 probe kills. Okay.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
That's actually
decent
pretty
drops.
big. The thing is, this attack's going to come in here. We're past the point where the harass is going to be as important as this big attack that we have here.
Yeah, the Vikings come out and try to push him back. He actually doesn't have many stalkers, so that's like the only weakness of SOS's army right now is he spent so much money on all of the tech that he just doesn't have that strong or that big of a gateway army.
I kind of thought SOS was going to hit in here a little bit sooner, but now the Terran's pushing here. Stim coming down now, and basically just taking the shields off the Colossi, but a big Zealot counterattack comes through.
Yeah, he catches a chunk of it. Some Zealots actually breaking rocks elsewhere. Zealots everywhere working right now. Going up here and actually charging into the depots, so those depots actually serving a big purpose right there.
Another big attack comes up here. Oh! Oof. Crazy shot there.
Yeah, it does end up killing off one of those Colossi there. Decent amount of SCVs killed, but honestly, the economy's still fine for Terran. Still sitting at about 60 workers.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird game.
It's definitely turned into a very weird game. Like, the opening was really, truly brilliant, but honestly, I think that if SOS had gotten a little bit less fancy, like, I don't think he needed the DTs. After his opening, if he just went up to 4 Colossi and just pumped gateway units, I think he may have killed him.
I think you are 100% correct on that.
I think if you give the theory of the opener of this to Trap, we're in game 2, and Trap is almost done 2-0ing Dream.
I think SOS had a really cool game at the start, but I don't think this was optimized from here on out. I think the DTs was almost like a win more move. Where I'm like, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Are we going to now beat him with...
Do you need to beat him in every way? Is this
Yeah.
like he's trying to fill out some card to get like a free win?
Yeah, it's like you've already taken the lead with the Colossi move. Now, behind this, pump out a lot of units and get in a fight and win.
It's like
Don't then do harass phase 2 with a different tech. I actually thought the Dark Shrine was just going to be to make Archons.
Actually,
That's what
I
I
did
was,
too.
Yeah, I was watching that and I thought, okay, that makes sense. You just get Archons out as quickly as possible with Zealots and win the game. But SOS still may win this. It's just the Colossi are a lot clunkier now.
Yeah, I think he's still going to win. Like, he's got Disruptors and Colossi now, which is, like, even better. You know, they pick off some of the Colossi here. Ooh, that's a nice drop.
Big drop here.
Oh,
no. Those Zealots get bottlenecked there, and now
Well.
he can take out the cannon and then probably the Robo, and then all the pylons powering the gateways.
Well, that's not good. The Colossi going to walk right up into that main base, so I guess he's not dead yet, but this move was amazing from Dream.
Yeah, well, he's just going to dive on these Colossi. It's now down to the one Colossi. I don't know, man. And now a push comes here, and, you know, it's the same SOS we're used to seeing. That was sick.
Yeah.
You know, who's got really innovative approaches to the game, but again, you know, Dream sort of weathers that storm. He endures all the damage early on, and now here we see him, what appears to be pushing through this area that Protoss can't defend. It's Zealots and Stalkers and Sentries. It's nothing but tier 1 units.
Yeah, there were mistakes made here by SOS. 4 Vikings have no business holding off a 5 Colossi army.
Right.
Like, if you don't have enough Vikings to, like, really slaughter Colossi, it's better to not have them. And SOS had to turn around. He had, like, so little anti-air. Well, it looks like Dream is just going to end up taking it, right? Like,
Yeah, no, this game's almost over.
yeah.
It's just that last Colossus just now gets picked off. SOS has grown into the upper left quadrant. He's taken the first base over there. But I think if Terran scouts that, he could just attack into that as well.
Yeah, and the supplies are low enough right now that really favors Terran. When you get to these really low army supplies, the Terran units have more bang for their buck. You're kind of trying to go more towards like a Death Volley composition as Protoss in the late game here, but like 3-3 Marine Marauder with Medivacs. You know, the way that you're splitting it up and able to like avoid the splash damage a bit better. Yeah, it's not looking very good here for SOS.
Yeah, that turret finishes in the nick of time. Nice EMP, but a good blink away. Well, he's just going to be able to get this.
I like that. I like that. He turns them into Archons so that he can weather the
Yeah,
recall.
and then recalls it. I didn't even get what was going on until the last second. Yeah, he gets him out of there. Very nicely done.
SOS backing up. We'll see. If SOS can get back towards a max supply, re-add splash damage, then, you know, he gains opportunities to possibly win the game again. But the army he has right now, I feel like he needs to back up. Like, yeah, see, this type of surround is going to be so hard for him to stop because he just doesn't have a big enough army.
Yeah, and Terran can keep pressing. Zealots are going to come in here at the last second, but I think Terran is just going to basically kite backwards, shave off these Zealots, and have enough. And, you know, there's this never-ending stream of Marauders, Marines, and Ghosts combining into this Death Ball to get stronger and stronger. And anytime you see a Protoss lose a really important tech unit like a Colossus or an Archon or an Immortal or a Disruptor, it's hard to build that back in. You don't just warp one in back at home. Stuff that doesn't warp in, it's really, really hard when you start to lose a couple of those units. And that being said, we are back up to 3 Colossi here.
Yeah, we're starting to get a reasonable composition once again. And as he adds Disruptors in, it makes the army so much stronger.
Right.
The Disruptors are really, really key in this situation. All right, little drop coming up, finding this Nexus at the top left natural that SOS is trying to warp in, so definitely can force a cancel there. Does so. Gonna check that main, it is empty right now. The third base does have some mining going on.
Yeah, and he's going to unload over here.
Totally outplaying those Zealots.
Yeah. And, you know, with Terran on 5 bases, Protoss spread very thin. I don't know, man. I mean, SOS can keep trying to fight back, but I feel like we are very close to the end of this game.
Another drop in. Okay, we'll recall, so that'll be able to kill off this army very easily, very quickly.
Yeah, but here we go again. He's just going to target down one of those Colossi. This army just gets completely destroyed.
Oh, miss micro there. He could have gotten both those medevacs.
For
one of which
sure.
has 4 units.
Another big push up over here. Oh my god. And again, he can kind of use this area like a bottleneck. These Zealots just getting annihilated before they can even touch a Terran target.
Even with the overcharge, it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough here. Overcharge is all right, though. Look at that. That's a lot of damage output. DT's clearing out a base of Dream during all this as well. Somehow this Colossi still left alive.
Yeah, it finally falls, though, and that's going to be too much. Even though Protoss took out an expansion down there, this army has enough sustainability to basically push through and wipe out the remainder of the tech. GG Dream takes game 1, and honestly, a pretty unforgettable game. You know, it was very interesting to see the opening there from SOS, but I think we were correct in our analysis that, like, he had the lead and then he got too fancy after that.
Yeah.
I think you harass with that Colossus, keep making Colossus back at home, get Zealots with charge, get Archons in attack.
Yeah.
That seems better.
I mean, again, if he's not getting like double forge and DT drops and like mass expanding and stuff, there are things about those things that are good, but after his opening, yeah, I think there was a kill timing in there, and I think that was a really smart move, and I think we should see more stuff that looks kind of like that in the future. But of course, Terran, if that becomes popular, is going to start wiggling around how they're dealing with it as well. But very interesting opening. Great comeback from Dream.
Props to Dream. He's up 1-0. Can he go 2-0? We're going to find out now as we go into map 2 on Oxide.
GSL Season 3 Codex. Team Envy, SOS. Good Game Gaming, Dream.
All right, excited to see what SOS wants to pull off here. You know, the build that he did that previous game, that was only going to work if he scouted him first because it was a 4-player map.
Right.
But it could be something that he replicates through the series, right? Like he has his probe coming out pretty quickly. He could just run up and steal the gas again. That is a real possibility. But after that game, I wouldn't be too surprised if you see a quick probe come in your base that you just make your second gas. Or put the SCV right on it so it can't be stolen. You know, some move like that as a counterplay.
some preventative measure.
Yeah.
We see that so rarely ever that a gas is taken that, like, I'm not surprised that, you know, Dream wasn't expecting it. But I think you that's the funny thing about RTS. Like, you show somebody one thing that you know how to do, and in some cases it's like, well, I'll never let that happen ever again.
Yes.
You go try that on strangers.
The first time you see something,
do that in ladder queues with your barcode ID.
No, well, that is the whole story of the ladder of StarCraft, isn't it? It's having things that no one's ever seen before while you're on a barcode.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't... the basic portrait is on, you got the barcode. It's like, you never know if it's that same guy again.
It's fun. It is a fascinating thing, though, the phenomena of barcodes on the ladder where everybody's agreeing to just hide what they're doing. If we all have barcodes, nobody knows what the other guy's doing, and from your perspective, it's worth doing that. And then we had that one ID, the barcode butcher.
That was the funniest thing ever. I wish I knew who that actually was.
Yeah. So, definitely a different game here from SOS. Is he going to hide a Stargate here? Yes.
Yeah, it looks like 3 racks play coming out of Dream. The 3 racks play generally does pretty good against the Stargate, but you never know, that Oracle gets in there, gets some damage. That can be really quite nice for SOS. And the 3 racks play, I think, if he takes a quick third with this, that's where this is really going to shine. But if he goes right up into Colossi, it will have a hard time. But because it's a proxy starport, it's less likely to include Phoenixes, which means it's less likely to go into Colossi, right? It's more likely you see something like Oracle into like Blink.
Yeah.
So,
is this SCV going to scout this? I'm not sure if it's banking left. No, it's going straight north. And so the Oracle is still going to be a surprise. Continuing to shade in here to try to get an idea. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's going to lose this at depth. This is bad here for SOS. You really want to keep those alive. You know, the whole idea is when the Oracle gets in there, you can do damage and then come in with the Adepts and maybe pick off a few extra units here or there.
Oh, he actually gets the shade by, sees the Marines. Going to combo that up with the Oracle.
Ooh, nice kiting on that Oracle.
Yeah.
Kind of punishes that. SOS is in trouble!
Okay, he does save it. Ends up killing like 3-ish Marines and 4 SCVs, something like that. Oh no! Oh, that's painful. That was, oh, he clicked just barely not far enough. Oh, man. And that, it's like he did everything right to get it out. Like he got maximum damage considering, and then he loses it like that. That's a big oof.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of unexpected from any pro at the top level, right? I mean, you're not supposed to be dropping Oracles at all at the start of the game.
No.
You know, all these strategies.
We went over that phase, man, where we flew into Widow Mines and stuff. That's done.
We're past that. Like, the entire scene has evolved past that, so it's kind of surprising to see a world champion make that mistake. And everybody saw it. I mean, he just stopped clicking. And you know, didn't appreciate that he was gonna. The Marines were gonna catch up.
He thought he clicked it like far enough, and then he's doing something else.
Yeah, and he comes back and it's gone. Yeah. Now that
decent damage though. Decent damage.
Yeah. That being said, I mean, yeah, he's still. Yeah, you're right. Decent damage was basically the point I was gonna make. It's not terrible. But there's Marines leaving now on the map.
Quite a few.
You know, it's one of these moments where the Protoss has stuff, but maybe not quite enough.
There's like 23 Marines headed here right now. So
now, obviously, the Protoss units are more microable in this position.
Oh, I'm surprised he used 2 there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Now the stim will wear out.
Yeah, and now it's just damaged infantry.
And look at this. He's microing right on top of this ward, which is really important. Oh, SOS wins. Nice. Great job, SOS.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised to see Terran moving out without any medevacs here.
Well, I think when they take the quick third, you want to try to get in there and punish when it's a Stargate opener, especially when you kill the first Oracle.
Yeah.
But yeah, this situation. Oh, this is so funny. He's building buildings behind it. So that he can't get out easily.
Yeah,
it's like
that's cool.
Protoss, like. Well, I was going to say Protoss force fields, but Protoss is the race with force fields.
Right. Well,
so,
it's like
building force fields.
Yeah, he's basically making obstructions on the map.
Yeah. But that move it's so powerful in a situation like that where they've committed to making so much bio early on, and like you are at a slight deficit fighting at that base, and then they step with their entire stimmed army onto a stasis ward, and it's like you have so much time, you get another warp and round, and so many free kills.
Yeah.
So definitely I look at this game and I think SOS is in very good shape looking towards a game 3.
So the Dark Shrine's going to come along here. Again, Dream's not in a great spot right now. Protoss has outgrown him. We saw a lot of units just basically lost in that little push up there with the Marines, but the game isn't over yet either.
Nope.
I mean, Terran's taking a third. Protoss doesn't seem to have any options to attack just yet. And again, you know, SOS, as good as he is and as much of an inspiration as he has been to RTS players of all backgrounds, you know, he has been having some rough results, and Dream is really on top of his game. So let's not count Dream out just yet.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he won game 1, so he can still come back in this game. It is not undoable. Definitely SOS with that advantage, though. Getting charge right now. +2 on the way. Prism, support bay. It's like 3 Adepts. Like, yeah, I mean, those aren't really going to do anything anymore, so
fine.
Why not? Why not? DT Blink.
Now,
so he's getting into his fanciness a little bit.
Usually what happens is PVTs stretch out to long games like this is you basically have the Protoss continuing to grow. Terran can't quite thrive and grow on the map the same way Protoss can. And with Protoss's ability to warp in, shield batteries, I don't know, the whole way the race operates, it's kind of easier to just kind of keep building yourself out on the map. And of course, counterattacks from warp-ins, charge lots, all that stuff. That's all something Terran needs to watch out for. So let's see, as the game continues to develop here, where we're going to go.
I like that. The thing is, what you said is true, but the way you did it, it's like you just kind of named everything Protoss can do. You're like, all these things point towards Protoss being able to grow more on the map. And
it's true. It's true.
Every Terran on Earth right now shaking their head, yes, tasteless.
But this is a problem that we see presented to Terrans in general, is that they can't quite take half the map as easily, except in TVZ. We see in TVZ a decent amount.
Yeah, definitely more bases being taken.
Yeah. TVP
Although it
much
can be
harder
hard
to
in
do.
the very fringe ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, double Colossi being produced, Thermal Lance as well. This is a big army moving out. I'm actually a little bit surprised he didn't grab a couple Disruptors.
Yeah.
I feel like in a situation like this, you might want to get 2 Disruptors, then go Colossi,
like
but I'm not going to...
2 or 3, it's not too micro-intensive. You can use them, and if you get good connections, and it really changes the whole way a fight unfolds.
Yeah, it's just I get a little bit nervous sometimes with a situation like this, right? Ooh!
Oh, sick.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. That could have actually been worse with that second hit.
Yeah. Good, though. Good mine drops.
Terran going to attack up over here. He's going to snipe this Colossus on the side. No, he pulls away too quickly.
Yeah, the overcharge really helping him out there. He does get force back, so it looks like he's fine going to the Colossi first. Living through that very first little engagement, very, very important. Still has to remove these mines. Ooh. Here goes his economy again.
Yeah, you know, it makes me sad to say, is this one going to connect?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets that last one off. Look at that.
The mine refills slightly faster than a cannon warps, and
yeah.
Something everyone learns at one point.
So, you know, this is the thing about SOS, guys. Like, he's been so good, but, like, he's not quite on top of everything in this game. Like, I think if traps in the game, those mines don't kill more than 1 probe each.
Oh, yeah, probably.
And
you're probably right about that.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about, you know, Dream had a pretty bumpy opener, but the thing about Dream is he's really on top of the current meta. He's very strong right now. We will see how this next attack goes, but I just worry as the game goes on for a long period of time, sometimes the player that's just more up to date and in better shape comes out on top.
Yeah. I can't really disagree with what you're saying, but SOS kind of plays his own meta, I guess, right?
True.
He does have 5 Colossi once again, and he's against 5 Vikings. So this is the difference this time. Look at the Stalker count, 18 Stalkers. Last time he had like 7 in game 1, and then like the 4 Vikings made the 5 Colossi turn around. Here, he's got a big advantage as far as splash damage goes. He's actually got more army supply. He can push. I'm not saying that he can go kill him right this second, but he can get in here and he can start mixing things up. His army is a good fighting army right now. It's the type of army you want to be poking in with. You want to try to get them to bleed into you a little bit so you can kite back and really destroy. Yeah, see, this is hard for Dream to...
Terran shredding army, but look at this flank. Baits out the Stasis Ward.
Yeah, I like the ward there. And he's going to continue to put that pressure on. I mean, the Ghost throwing down EMP. The EMP is good, but it's, you know, it's not the scariest thing when you're on a more Colossi-based army.
Okay, he's fended off the Protoss from his side of the map. Got a lot more DTs and Disruptors that are going to be incorporated in here. Protoss now grows out into the 5th base here. That's going to be taken at the 3 o'clock spot.
And we still have Dream actually not really making Vikings here, which I think is okay considering the amounts that we're seeing of the Archons and the Stalkers. But that means he's got to be making big moves around the map as well, right? Like he can't... a frontal engagement's going to go very toughly for him. Look at this, 5 Colossi and 6 Disruptors.
Oh, this
my
is so
God.
funny.
Oh, that didn't even.
The stasis ward like backfired, like protected the units inside.
Yeah. That was
so weird. All right, he's gonna push up here. I see 2 Disruptors. I don't see the shots coming out in time.
Oh, yeah, picks them both off. Look at that, awesome. Awesome plays here. He's killed 6 Disruptors, losing almost no units. But he doesn't really have an army to fight against.
Yeah,
this.
he had a great engagement. The army itself isn't that good against what Protoss has.
Yeah, it's a highly mobile army. He can do some cool things with it micro-wise, but the actual frontal engagements against this robo-heavy play do not go well. And we just saw that. Even after he killed all the Disruptors, he still lost the battle. And there was a big counterattack going on from SOS's supply, so it's like not even close to what his full army power could be in this situation. Now Zealot's in that main base, really hurting Dream. Dream is in a terrible spot.
Yeah,
I think he's going to GG soon.
Yeah, well, I think he's just completely collapsed.
Yeah.
He's lost his bases on the outside. Protoss is just going to push into where the production facilities are, and that's it. Dream got smoked.
Yeah, very nicely done from SOS.
Oh, this Disruptor shot. And so it's going to be tied up 1-1.
Yeah, Dream still trying to fight, but as these Zealots come up and he loses all the SCVs, he'll be GGing here in just one second.
Just tearing through that. GG SOS ties it up 1-1.
Yeah. All right. Exciting. What do you think after watching those 2 games? Who wins game 3?
I don't know, man. We got to see what SOS opens up with.
Yeah, I guess that's a...
I mean, the thing with SOS is he still has that totally innovative approach to the game that is so cool, but it doesn't seem like it works. Like sometimes like the Colossus game, that was really, really smart. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of StarCraft 2 games, but that was not one. That was one that was new to me, is what I mean.
It was a cool maneuver from him. No doubt.
You know, we need to see stuff that's going to seal the deal. He did it in that game. What's going to happen on Romanticide? I mean, Dream's playing a very standard approach. He's basically just trying to figure out what SOS is going to do and try to counter that. But
yeah,
I think this could go either way, to be honest.
It definitely could. And I mean, Romanticide is a map where you can definitely play turtled styles. We might even see, there's a slight possibility there's mech too.
GSL
I know I keep saying it, we're not seeing it, but maybe.
Team Envy, SOS. Good Game Gaming, Dream.
Okay, now we go into game 3. I mean, let's see if SOS has anything tricky. You know, the proxy Stargate is like, I put like on the lowest tier of cheesiness. Like, it's not really that cheesy. Like,
it's actually like a macro build, really.
Yeah. Like, I think when you see stuff built out on the map, it can be, to the untrained eye, very misleading about how dramatic of a move that is. Like, had he made a proxy robo, we'd be going, whoa, this is going to be wild. He might push with Immortals or something weird like that. But yeah, the proxy Stargate into Oracle, it's like...
It's pretty vanilla.
It's very milquetoast. Yeah,
yeah.
It's not really that risky.
And it's a building where, like, you can literally make one Oracle, and it can be okay.
Yeah.
To just make one. It's like more common to see 2 or 3 or maybe Oracle into Phoenix or something, but like it's fine. It's not the end of the world. If you get a few extra SCV kills because you proxied it, okay, good enough.
Yeah.
That was cute. Offensive pylon to force the... He threw the CC down because he's like, I'm not waiting, and then insta-cancel.
Yeah.
I love those little...
Of course, you can't cancel that command center. You lose too much.
I love those little 2s and fro's in StarCraft, you know?
Yeah, this little engagement where SOS is trying to
you do this, I do this, haha, I canceled, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Tiny edge me.
So there's no proxy this time around. but there is going to be the Zealot coming up. This bunker finishes, right? No, I'm sorry. I thought that bunker was further along than it was. Almost gets the body block off with the probe there.
The SCV's coming. It's kind of funny because the CC is so far down there that the bunker actually...
It doesn't quite protect it.
Not very well. Not very well. Look at this micro. This is so funny. Now there's a stalker. Oh, man.
And so now, this is so funny.
This is so annoying for Dream.
Well, that was good. He got the surround.
Oh my God.
That's sick. Keep that stalker moving.
That stalker is covered in butter.
Dude, he's so good. That's so sick.
You got 4 SCVs? Wow.
I can't believe what an exciting little engagement that was to start things off.
That was cool.
It's funny, like the stalker was completely surrounded and then like it just barely got out, and that means there's going to be a lot more damage dealt. CC's lifted, it finally lands over here. There is going to be a proxied starport. This could be for Banshees.
Ooh, there's like no units at home.
Yeah.
His 1 stalker's across the map. That is annoying right there. This Hellion is going to actually punish SOS for all those cool moves we just saw and celebrated.
You're right, Artosis. Normally there's something back at home. The stalker now out in the front. A sentry chasing.
This is not the unit that you use to kill Hellions.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But we can attack too, Artosis.
Oh.
This is 4 kills.
Yeah.
He's already gotten enough kills
And
back.
it's only for a Hellion. SOS lost his probe, a Zealot, and a stalker for those 4 kills.
Some of those probes got bruised from that attack. There's going to be a follow-up drop from this. I said Banshees. I was wrong. It's going to be a medevac.
God, this battle of paper cuts is it's very entertaining, I gotta say. Really different StarCraft we're looking at. All right, the 2 Hellion drop coming in. Oh, finds a beautiful blind spot.
He
saw it. He saw it.
He grazed by that, giving SOS a little bit of a head start. Try to react to this. Takes out another probe.
All
again,
I can say is thank God it wasn't 3 Hellions.
Oh, is there any damaged probes down here? Okay. All right. Game goes on. Blink has started now. Terran's really beginning to fill out the tech back at home, but he's going to be taking a 3rd base before we're going to have an attack here. So Terran has no intentions of trying to have any real engagements where their armies are going to be trying to kill off other armies. He's just basically poked in to try to kill off any workers he can get.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be landing that 3rd CC anytime soon. I think it'll take a little bit till he's really able to. And I like this counter from SOS, right? He's scouted what's going on with the 3 CCs and the amount of production. He knows the starport has to fly home.
Right.
He throws down 2 forges.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. He's going for the long game. 2 forges is definitely the way to play this, I think.
Yeah. 3 Nexuses here, 2 forges. It's you can't be attacked for quite some time.
Blink is going to finish up here. He'll be able to deal with drops.
Yeah, yeah.
He'll probably comfortably fill in that 6 o'clock spot with another Nexus and basically be ready to take the Terran head on in the late game.
And honestly, if he chrono boosts a few times, he'll catch up in upgrades. He won't ever be behind in that regard. And it's kind of like the game that we saw with Trap the other day.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like, okay, if you just get your 2-2 done, like that's like a break point for Protoss in a double forge situation. That's when you look at your double forge and you're like, thank you.
Yeah. This is, oh, nice. So, as this game goes on here, I mean, Protoss is going to be able to basically have a 3rd base set up for a little bit longer than the Terran can. But Terran's going to be able to push out a little bit here. Oh, is this going to actually work? This is so funny.
Yeah, he's going to get
it. Yeah. And basically only takes damage on 1 stalker here. Everything else was shields. Yeah, nicely done. Honestly, you need that that tank there so that you can try to take that 3rd base. Unfortunately, yeah, he does end up losing some stalkers there. Not quite appreciating that Terran would dive down the ramp and try to take a fight. He can blink away again.
Yeah, these stalkers are a little bit important. I almost want to see him circle them around to hit the third from the other side, because he just needs to buy a little bit of time. His gateways are finishing up, and he needs like a couple rounds out, I think, to feel very safe. But actually, Dream is not attacking right now. He's backing up. He's still macroing. He just threw down his third base, and obviously he saw Blink Stalkers are out on the map, so he's taking it slow. He's taking it easy.
And Terran now has the third base that he wanted to get. I think you're right with you. Protoss just basically wants to buy a little bit more time. Protoss doesn't really have any major plans at all here in the middle of the game, other than just try to, make the Terran uncomfortable moving out. Because the longer this game goes, I think the safer Protoss is going to be.
Yeah.
We've got those Colossi coming out. Charge is going to finish. Thermal Lance is on the way too.
You get like... there's a supply bump that Terran generally gets around now, and you can see it, right? 77 Army supply against 43.
Yeah.
So like any timing that he may have had, I think is basically disappearing right now. 2-2 has started for SOS. I love that he has a Prism out, and you see Dream kind of getting into a defensive stance here, but he's going Colossi, and double Robo Colossi at that. DT Blink. SOS just kind of completing everything he needs.
So Dream, I mean, he's building up to an attack here pretty soon. The fourth command center is going to start, and basically he'll be pushing as that fourth command center is floated to the fourth base, because Protoss is probably going to be spread pretty thin here, I guess you could say, because of the amount of pushing that's going to be coming from the Terran. That's good. He spots that Warp Prism, and you know what angle they're going to try to come in to unload Zealots into your base. Protoss is going to push. Ooh, these are great hits on those mines. Getting all of them before they can burrow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick, though. He takes out that Warp Prism.
Yeah. Really, really nice there. Disruptors being produced. Prism speed on the way as well to try to get some of that harassment back. Here's what I'm afraid of with Dream, and we've seen this from a lot of strong Terrans lately, is that no one's really playing late game. No one's going like mass Liberators or mass Siege Tanks. Right, that's why we were so happy with the way Bunny was playing last season, and why he got so far a part of it, at least. With Dream, just like last game, he's on a very mobile composition. It has a lot of damage output and everything, but can he win a straight-up fight?
Right.
Not really. Like, the entire army's fighting each other, SOS should win that.
Ooh.
But where is
his anything right now?
Yeah.
He's going to take out the Cybernetics core. I don't know, man. I mean, this fight went extremely well for Dream. I don't think he has enough to go all the way. Oh my god. SOS is just going to die. Artosis.
I think he still holds, just barely.
Yeah, but I mean, he really got beat up by this man.
I mean, like, it didn't go as well as it should have.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's going to be able to come out on the map again with more stuff. Look at the supplies. That's probably the biggest takeaway one should have with this, is like, he's killing off a lot of these stalkers, he picked off the disruptors, yeah, this game is, I think, very close to being over. I don't think with this attack, but I think maybe the next one that's going to come. And we know that's going to come. Here it is now.
SOS needs to really buckle down his defense here.
I think it might be too late,
Doesn't he have, like, 6 disruptors now, or about to have 6?
Yeah, but
or am I wrong on that? Oh, he double shoots him. Oh, SOS.
Yeah, we're having disruptor Venn diagram shots, which is never good.
Yeah.
And look, the problem is the disruptors can't really get everywhere at once. Well, SOS is barely hanging on, but I think there's enough chaos in this game that Dream has caused that I don't know, man.
Yeah, Dream's on 4 bases. He looks good, but like, SOS just needs to stabilize, and he still has a shot, because he does have 4 bases. He has a similar amount of workers. He has all this splash damage. No,
it's over, man. Dream takes it. Dream's going to go up against Maru. We're going to have quite the TVT coming up.
Gosh, my prediction of SOS winning the group is looking grim.
Yeah, this is rough, man. I think Dream played very well. Again, SOS, he's got that fun, creative, innovative style, but he's not winning championships with it.
Not anymore.
And this is the round of 16 in GSL, man. I mean, I know GSL has never been, the SOS show, really, compared to, his results abroad.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But you would feel like SOS should be able to get round of 8, but
Yeah.
Times are changing.
Well, he's not done quite yet. His PVZ looked amazing during Code A, so we'll see if he can beat Solar in that loser match. But first, we have a TBT coming up. Maru against Dream.
All right, guys, we'll be right back.